Alright, today we'll be discussing what if Vegito fuse had no time limit against Merge Zamasu. And joining me on this conversation is Prided Wave.
Hello, everybody, and this should be an interesting conversation right here. This will be an interesting topic.
Alright, the first question I have for you, Prided, is do you think Vegito having an infinite time will change Trunks from killing Merge Zamasu?
Okay, here's the thing about this. See, the thing about that is, I say no. Why? Because Masu can grow in power. The reason why I feel like Vegeta would have a better chance if he had infinite time, because he can have access to Kaioken. But the thing about it is, Kaioken puts a huge strain on the body. So, who knows if he actually could kill him? You know, take away his body, destroy his body while he uses Kaioken or not. But let's say if you don't use Kaioken, let's say if you go ahead and use Final Kamehameha. That right there, if Zamasu tanked it just like he did in the episode, Zamasu gonna come out and win because he's gonna come out like nothing ever happened and he's gonna get stronger from that. So therefore, while Zamasu is increasing in power, Vegito's gonna be decreasing in power and losing stamina while Zamasu's not, there's nothing affecting him except he's getting damaged. That's about it. So there's really actually no way for Vegito to actually win that outcome unless he go Kaioken and can like obliterate him.
Okay, and if Vegito went Kaioken and he was not able to kill Zamasu, there's no, after the Kaioken, like Goku in the Universal Tournament, he was not able to move or power up. So basically the same thing would happen to Vegito, which means he would not be able to move or stop Zamasu from killing anyone, including himself.
Exactly. They ain't have to factor in, this nigga still got his spirit. So what they gonna do against that? They can't do nothing to that. Then he gonna be taking on the multiverse. I mean, out of the way, Vegito, he's fucked.
Okay, so at this point you're saying Vegito is not stronger than Zamasu.
Yeah, at this point I feel like that he'll only have a time period where he's stronger, but after that real small time period, it's a wrap.
So you're saying only in the beginning of the fight Vegito will have an edge?
The only beginning of the fight, because Merge Zamasu actually wasn't stronger than Vegito at the beginning of the fight until he powered up. Once he powered up, he became stronger. So if Vegito don't use Kaioken to become even stronger than him, you know, he'll be fucked. Because I mean, you saw what Final Kamehameha did. It didn't do nothing. It didn't even damage him.
Alright, so bring the Final Kamehameha. It did not affect them because the monster just rose up after the final Kamehameha. But right after, if you look in the Dragon Ball Super, it showed Vegito hitting Zamasu in the face. And then he was like, alright, he's like, I'm about to end this right now. So meaning he maybe could have killed Zamasu right there and then.
He could have, but nothing really suggests that. He just believed he was going to end it right then and now. And Zamasu really was kind of worried, but at the same time, it's like Zamasu wasn't really going to be affected. Even if Vegito destroyed his body, he wasn't going to be affected because you still had a spirit to deal with. So either way, Vegito was still going to be fucked.
Alright, let's say Vegito did end up killing Zamasu, like the body. The same thing would happen as it did in the anime. He would turn right into a spirit, and you would not be able to touch him. Like, the only way that you will be able to kill him if the Omni came back and destroyed the whole universe. But at that point, you could say Vegito lost. Just because Zamasu got what he wanted, and he wanted to eradicate all the humans in that universe, and probably more if nobody stopped him. But the only reason they stopped him is by destroying the whole Trunks' timeline.
Exactly. And in my opinion, that means they still took an L. Because you wanna know why? Zamasu fulfilled his plan, his dream, what he wanted to do was fulfilled. The whole point of this was to save the future timeline, to save the future period. But they wasn't even able to stop Zamasu from destroying everything. So therefore, they really took an L, because there was no way for them to even stop Black Goku if you want to be all seriousness. Now they had to write Black Goku out. I mean, Black Goku literally power was beyond his own understanding. He really literally ripped up a whole other universe inside the universe, and he didn't even know if it was the past or the future. Vegeta
Mhm.
even was looking off, and then on top of that, he could bend his will and make infinite clones. Who knows what else he could do? Because we didn't even get to see that because they had to write him out with the fusion.
And the only reason they fused is because Damacy was worried that he might get sealed up. Even though to
Exactly.
his even though to his knowledge there was no way they could seal him up. Alright, but disregarding that, do you think they will have the same ending on Trunks killing Merge Damacy with the Spirit Bomb sword?
I think it would. I'm gonna be honest because I don't see Vegito even thinking about using fucking Kaioken. That Vegito like I don't see him using that at all. He wouldn't even put that strain on his body like that because who knows what would happen
It's,
if
it's too
he
much of a
did.
risk.
Yeah, it's too much. So I don't. I think Trunks would still have to come out. They would just if Vegito had unlimited time, they would just have to give. He would just have to give his power to Trunks. Trunks would just end up taking
Uh,
his power. Then the plot induced stupidity come in.
I feel like Vegeta will end up giving Trunks his energy, but not only that, he would need to keep some energy to buy time. Cause I feel like just because in the anime right now they had no time to like give Trunks time to build up the spirit sword, so they like instantly gave it to him. But if Vegeta did have infinite time, I feel like they will make the spirit bomb will actually take some time and actually creating, and it won't be instant.
Yeah, I think if the animator of One Piece, who actually animated that episode, if he had more time, I'm pretty sure we would have got 2 episodes worth of a fight between Zamasu and Vegito because he only was able to do that little 5 minute portion because that's all he could do. You know, he had to
Mhm.
go and work on other projects. You know, so he only was able to do so much in that little time.
Okay, so let's say Vegito did end up killing the Kaioken, and ends up not killing Zamasu just because Zamasu had enough time and enough to hold up Vegito while on Kaioken while it's running out. Okay, so if Vegito does not kill him in Kaioken, basically they're screwed because Vegito won't be
Basically,
able to hold time. Vegeta
exactly.
won't be able to hold time, and Zamasu will just end up killing Goku and Vegeta. Unless somehow Trunks would still be able to kill Zamasu, which I doubt because Zamasu is gonna end up becoming stronger by time keeps on passing.
Exactly. I mean, then he can hit himself with lighter absolution, which he grow in power also. To be honest, if they fuse from the start, while Zamasu and Black fused from the start, and they went against Holy Light merged Zamasu, I don't think they would have a chance at all. Holy Light merged Zamasu wasn't affected. He wasn't, he was at his. That was actually he was at his unaffected stage. Before he got affected by Kaioken Goku, where he put in his life force into that shit with that kicks and the Kamehameha. So
Hmm.
he actually put in Genki. He actually put in Genki energy to affect merge Zamasu. So in my opinion, though, if they went against Holy Light merge Zamasu with the angel halo behind him and shit, where he was unaffected, and if he wasn't suppressing himself and he was going full out and didn't take Vegito for a joke like he did when he was all ugly and shit, Vegito wouldn't stand a chance. I just
I
don't
feel
see it.
I have to disagree with you on that just because in that 5 minutes that we did have with Vegito, it looked like he did have a hard time. Like I'm not gonna say Vegito was like one-handed winning the fight, cause he obviously wasn't. But about 4 out of the 5 minutes, he was winning that whole fight, and it looked like he did weaken Zamasu at the end, right
And
before
that's the
they on
thing.
feud. And
And
I
that's the
think he
thing I'm
knew
talking
he.
about.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
I think at the end, Vegeta knew that he was weakening him because he was as I stated earlier. He said, I'm about to end this," right before they unfused. So I think he knew that Zamasu's power level was decreasing at some point.
And that's the thing. This is where I come in and disagree with you at because I said Holy Light merged Zamasu. If you went against that Zamasu, you got to understand that Zamasu wasn't the same merged Zamasu that Vegito went against. The one that Vegito went against was going against the half immortality, half infinite powers merged Zamasu. That's when him being as one started taking effect. Him as holy light wasn't taking an effect. His power was expanding to no end. Even though it was still expanding to no end while he was in his ugly deformed stage, he still could have been stronger. No, it wasn't could have been. He still would be like fresh. He would be freshly new. You know, he wouldn't have any power drain. His immortality wouldn't be getting nullified by Vegito at that point. Because he wouldn't be taking Vegito as a joke. He would know Vegito is serious. You know, just like he was gloating and shit and suppressing himself. If he never suppressed himself from the start and just took him as like real deal, Vegito would be getting pushed back actually. And then on top of that, if he would have hit himself with a light absolution at the very start, Vegito wouldn't even be able to like harm him or whatnot. You see what happened when he came out of that final Kamehameha? He still wasn't harmed. The only thing that Vegito was really doing was just nullifying his immortality, which of course was actually having an effect on him. But it didn't stop Zamasu from gaining in power. The whole point, the only reason why Trunks was able to do what he did was because of like fight-induced stupidity. I mean, Zamasu sat there and watched him come towards him and hit him with the Omni Slash. That's what I call it Omni Slash. Fucking cloud shit. I mean, that's exactly what it looked like. Shit. Spirit Bomb on Omni Slash. You just sat there, let him get stabbed and get sliced in two. And it was just like, what the fuck? Like, you literally just let him do that shit, and you way faster than him. You way stronger than him. You could have just flicked him with the like.
But at that point, you could say Vegito. You could say Vegito weakened him. That's why Trunks actually got off to pull that move off and actually hurt Zamasu with it.
You could say that, but if you go about dialogues and statements, we know that that's bullshit. Because Zamasu was suppressing himself the whole time, except going against Vegito at some point in time. So it's hard to say.
But I say at some point, why would he nullify himself when Zito already when he already knows what Zito is capable of and what Trunks is capable of? Cause look, the first time Trunks hit him with the sword, it didn't kill him. It did not kill him. So why was he still nullifying his energy right there?
Vegito was nullifying his immortality. Now, the thing with Trunks, you just said it yourself. It didn't affect him. Why would he have to worry about something that don't affect him? Trunks, him even fighting and going against him, he just kept flicking him back to base form every time he came up to him. There's no reason to worry about him. So why worry about somebody that's incapable of defeating you and then all of a sudden just come out of nowhere and defeat you? You get what I mean? That was the only reason why he won. Just because they had the right merge Zamasu out. If you actually go by straight logic and go by like actual reality, like realistically, Zamasu would have never lost. Just like the producer said, he was a cheap character. There was no way he was gonna lose. The only reason why he lost is because he was one, like he himself. His weakness was himself. That was his own weakness. Vegito and Trunks weren't really the weakness. They weren't the reason why he was losing.
Alright, so basically to sum this all up, you think Vegito having infinite time would not be able to kill Zamasu? Merge Zamasu.
Not unless he's on Kaioken and he able to obliterate his body, but that's about it. The only thing I see him doing is just destroying his body. I don't see him doing nothing else.
So, alright, this last question. So, I think I already stated this before, but if Vegito, alright, so after Vegito went Kaioken and everything, and he ended up not killing Zamasu, Trunks this is what you're basically saying. Trunks will basically end up killing Zamasu again, but the spirit, he'll turn into that spirit once again, and the Omni King will have to come and kill Zamasu.
Exactly. There's just no way that it wasn't gonna change anything from the start. Like only thing I could say they probably would if like let's just say if they had Trunks come from the start and use the Omni / Spirit Bomb sword, then they have Vegito at full power throttle. No, let's say this instead. If Vegito had another Sensu beam and he ate the Sensu beam, Only then I could see him probably being able to defeat Spirit Zamasu. But the thing about that is if he could do that, then that would mean he would be stronger than Beerus, right? That means Vegito Blue would be somewhere as strong as the Angels. Because he's able to kill an immortal being, a complete immortal being. He was able to write him from existence, kill him from existence. So that's another reason why I don't see him actually killing him. But let's just say if he did have another sense again, and he did, then that would make Vegito Blue very OP. As a sense, then it would all make sense. Yeah, Vegito Blue is stronger than Beerus. There is no question about that. But of course, this ain't what happened. And all we're doing at that point, you know, is really just speculating, like, if he did. I don't see him doing it, though. I don't see him destroying an immortality, an immortal being that's a god at that.
So basically, Vegito, if Vegito had infinite time, nothing would change. It's like the same ending would occur. Vegito would just end up staying fused. And maybe being broken apart by the Dragon Ball later on.
Yeah. Because, you know, Goku and Vegeta don't like staying together for too long, so that wasn't gonna last too long.
Alright, I guess that's it with the discussion. By the way, thanks for coming on. Always appreciate it.
No problem.
Alright, Fighter's Wave channel will be in the description. Alright. Until next time. And then I'll end it right there.
Thing.
Fuck!
You
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I have one thing though. You're still gonna lose in the next 2 years challenge. Quote me
Alright, we'll see.
Everybody put hashtag Fighter #1.
Alright guys, until next time.
Till next time.
Damn, now you really got me saying fuck!